Hey, how you all doing? TJ here from TJ Makes Drinks, and today we got something really special for you. Today we're going to be doing infused alcohols. So we're going to be infusing liquors with some really cool fruit flavors. And you don't have to do fruit, you can do vegetable, you can do lollies, you can do all that sort of thing. But I've chosen fruit because living in Australia, one thing that I start to get a little bit sick of is just the limited selection of flavors that we get brought into our country. You know, brands like Pinnacle, like Sky, like Smirnoff, like Bacardi, all of these brands have just these huge, amazing ranges overseas of different fruit flavored liquors that we can't get here. So I thought I'd show you all guys how to make your own. Now, first off, you're going to need a couple of mason jars, right? Something that you can seal. And we're going to start off. We're going to do two different ones today, by the way. We are going to do rock melon flavored vodka, because I like rock melon. It's a very, very unique flavor. You don't see it too often in your cocktail cabinet. And we're going to do pineapple infused rum. Now, because that's actually something you see a lot of in America, and a lot of cocktails will actually call for that flavor. So I'm going to show you guys how we can make it ourselves. And first off, we're going to start with, you get your fruit. Now I've pre-chopped all this stuff. So get some fruit and you stick it in your mason jar. I'm just going to push this back here so you can take a look down there and see what I'm doing, because I've only got two hands. Alright, so get a good amount of fruit and stick it in your jar. Now the thing with this, what you need to know with the fruit, right, is this is important. Two things you need to know. First, you want to chop it up as finely as you can, because more surface area of the fruit for the liquor to touch means more of the juices and oils that are the flavors of the fruit will be able to seep out and into the alcohol, right? So you want to dice it up as finely as you can, leaving as much surface area as possible. Second thing you need to know is the more surface area and the more actual fruit you put in, the more flavorful the liquor is going to be, right? So if you put half that pineapple in, you're only going to get half the flavor out. Fair enough? Simple? Makes sense? Good. Awesome. So that's the pineapple and that one for the rum. And paying attention down here, this is the rock melon for the vodka. Now, in saying that, some of these rock melon bits are probably a little bit big, so this isn't going to be the most flavorful vodka in the world at the end of it. But the longer you leave it to steep, the more flavor you're going to get out of it. So there you go. Get the rum, vodka. I'm going to use Bacardi rum. Use a white rum. And you just want to put enough in there to cover the fruit. Again, the more liquor you put in, the more liquor you're going to have, but the less flavorful it's going to be. So put Bacardi in over the pineapple. Put the vodka in over the rock melon. And you don't have to use these brands. You don't even have to use these types of alcohol either. You know, you can infuse whatever booze you want. You can infuse brandy, you can infuse gin, you can infuse anything. I personally am going to be doing a blackberry and blackcurrant gin later on, which I think is going to be fantastic. So once you got these covered over the fruit, you got to seal them, and you got to give them a damn good shake. You know, we're gonna go both. We can do two hands, two things at once. So you give these a damn good shake, because what you want to do is you want to break it up. You want to get the oils and the juices coming out of the fruit a little bit. This one's leaking a touch, and not much I can do about that right now. That's what I get for buying $1.50 mason jars of Big W. So once you've done that, what you want to do is you want to put these things in a dark, cool area. Right, it's Australia, so I know we're not going to get too cool through most of it, but if you just stick them in your cupboard, that should do fine. Every, once or twice a day, bring them out, give them another really good shake, stick them back in, leave them for a few weeks. I've left some for 2 weeks. That seems to be a good sort of time frame there, but it all depends. You watch the fruit, because the fruit will start to lose their colouring, and you watch them to make sure you don't get to a point where they're rotting. It's like, there's no use doing this with bananas, because the bananas will rot after a day and a half, and you'll get like no flavour out of them because of it. Pineapple, I find, is generally around the 2 week sort of mark it starts to get a bit brown. Rock melon seems to be a bit longer. If you're doing citrus ones like lime and lemon, you only use the rind. Make sure you don't get the zest. Only use the rind, and you can literally do those two for as long as you want. And obviously the longer you leave it, the more potent the flavouring's going to be. In fact, I used to play. Some people don't know this. I used to play in a heavy metal band. I used to play a keyboard in a heavy metal band, and one of our regular haunts that we played at. Shout out to the now closed Cave Bar. The owner of the place actually had a bunch of butterscotch schnapps, that he just infused 20 years beforehand with some habanero peppers and the chilies, and he had a couple with the jalapenos as well, and it was like he'd left them for 2 decades, and we got to try one night, and I'll tell you what, the flavour from that was absolutely amazing. It was super hot, super spicy, but really good stuff. So if you're into hot and spicy stuff, you can do that. Do that with the butterscotch schnapps for a sort of sweet and spicy thing. Do it with the tequila, that works really well. The vodka as well. Anyway, so what we're going to do in 2 weeks' time, and here's something I've prepared earlier. In 2 weeks' time, these bad boys are ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a glass and a strainer. This is your strainer. This is your best friend. You want one in the kitchen, you want one in the bar. So very slowly, we're going to strain this pineapple rum that I made a few weeks ago into a glass. Now the idea is that what you're wanting to do is make sure that there's no chunks, there's no little floaty bits in your booze. And I've spilt a little bit, party foul. Give that a little bit of a wash out, clean her up a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. But then after we've done that, I'm going to take this stuff and we're going to strain it back into the mason jar. If you want to get it really strained, what you can do is use a coffee filter, use some cheesecloth, that'll work. And there we go. That vodka looks about ready to go. Sorry, that rum, I should say. I'm going to give this a little sip. Oh, and you can really taste the flavour through that. It's a very super sweet rum now. You can very much taste the flavour. What we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing with the rock melon vodka. So here we are, straining the rock melon infused vodka into this glass, making sure we get all the chunky bits out. Now, the fruit is also going to have a lot of booze in it too, so if you want to eat that as a little bit of a snack, no one's going to judge you. Not at all. And anyone who does, well, screw them. Who cares? They're negative Nancy's, damn it. Oh wow, that is boozy. That is very, very boozy. Alright, so we're going to dump this stuff out because we don't need it anymore. So now, we're going to strain this back into that mason jar so we've got somewhere to keep it. And just to get any last little bad bits out. Again, use a coffee filter, use a cheesecloth if you want. I don't really feel I need to with this one because it's quite pollutant free. As you can see there, it's a nice orangey colour. So I'm going to give this one a little sip too. Give it a try. And that is very super sweet. That is absolutely amazing. So I've now got 2 unique homemade flavours that I can use in my cocktails, in my bar, or I can just have them by themselves, you know. I think the rock melon vodka will taste very nice with lemonade or soda water on ice, chill it down, be absolutely spectacular. Anyway, cheers for watching. Make sure you give it a like and a subscribe. Check it out on YouTube, check it out on Facebook, check it out on Instagram, and I'll catch you guys all later. Cheers. Here's cheers.